this is strange. I am filming and editing Doctor Who Confidential for these Mystery Doctor Minisodes. Let's get into it. So, like I said at the start, weird. I am directing and filming Confidential. I'm on the other side.
And I'm the Doctor.
Bizarre. This is a very strange thing that we are shooting today. And it's actually strange in a couple of ways. Strange for us because it's like role reversal. And strange because the minisodes themselves are a bit weird. Because why wouldn't they be? It's the Mystery Doctor after all.
Yeah, well, so, at least from what you're saying, like, I only read the first 2 scripts of 3, so you sent them to me yesterday. So.
I know. Yeah, it was a very quick turnaround, and also you don't need to have read much of the third one anyway, because a lot of that we're going to do on another day.
Yep.
But
this is just episode 1 we're doing, so.
For now, Kenny, tell us, what's it like playing the Doctor?
Surreal. So this is going to be new. I'm going to be first time leading one of our FanFilm, so this is going to be new for me.
And tell us about the Mystery Doctor.
Ooh, what's there to say about the Mystery Doctor? He's mysterious.
Well, obviously. So I decided to write and direct these Mini Doctor minisodes when we were having a little bit of problem behind the scenes on the main series, and we just had this itch to make something creatively, and it kind of all came about because, as you'll know, Josh is writing he's writing and executive producing a Mystery Doctor Adventures audio drama series. And really, we were like, why don't we do a live action minisode trilogy for the Mystery Doctor, just to kind of give everyone a flavour of Kenny's Doctor again, because he had appeared in the show before. He even appeared in the most recent film at the time, the Heart of Time, but I kind of wanted to write something that was within his era of the show. So this was like, this predates My Doctor, but there's also a lot of sprinklings of things that are hinting towards the future of the show and a lot of the direction that we're going in. So this minisode really this minisode trilogy rather really acts as a springboard for that audio spin-off series, but also as a springboard to some of the ideas that we've got going in the main show, and starting to plant the seeds of how all of this stuff kind of connects together. What about the costume? Talk us through it.
So basic stuff, basic suit, the shirt I'm going to be wearing, because I was thinking of doing a different shirt for each of the 3 episodes.
Nice.
Yep.
It's a cool shirt, I like that
thank
shirt.
You. Of course, the hat.
Oh, the infamous hat.
Yep, which you've seen me wear in Heart of Time and others,
So, the really cool thing about the Mystery Doctor is that we've always, I had this idea of, this is the Doctor that comes before my Doctor, obviously. Yes. But we always wanted to keep his life quite mysterious, but obviously we're doing the Mystery Doctor Adventures, and these minisodes are supposed to be a precursor to that. And I was talking to Josh about this, and I said, what I really like about the Mystery Doctor is we are never ever going to reveal his origins. So we don't know how long he's been the Doctor for. We don't know who came before him. We don't even know what number incarnation this Doctor is, hence why all our Doctors now have names rather than numbers. And in theory, our fan-built universe all starts with the Mystery Doctor, with Kenny. And he is kind of, in a weird way, the linchpin of it all. But Obviously, we've got the Mystery Doctor Adventures coming to you in 2025, so we thought we'd give you some live action minisodes to kind of get back into the field, and this is all going to come before anything for Series 6, so it's like a little extra, something extra for you to enjoy between the Heart of Time and Series 6. But yeah, so we're shooting the first one called Time and Space.
Yep.
Very, very trippy. We're going to go to another dimension, and we're going to come face to face with an old foe. So let's get to it. So the first minisode, Time and Space, really is just the kind of the fun adventure style minisode. The Doctor encounters a Dalek, and the Dalek gives him this kind of like prophecy thing. But it is really just about kind of showcasing the more kind of fun angle of the Mystery Doctor. Right, so we're on location. Some of you eagle-eyed fans may recall this. This is actually an area that we shot for Series 4. I believe it was The Enchantment of Time. Is that what I called it? I cannot for the life of me remember. But that was that weird glitchy algorithm one. And we shot in this area, and we're actually going to shoot in this area again because it's been a while since we used it. So I think it'd be cool as like a little throwback. But this is where the Doctor is going to find a device, and this device is going to transport him to another dimension. So let's do it. So when we started making these Mystery Doctor minisodes, it was May of this year, so it was May 2024. The first one didn't actually come out till July, and in the interim, in June, my dog had passed away, and my dog was a big kind of support for me. I had such a strong bond with my dog, and that is why the first minisode is dedicated to my dog, and it's actually why everything this year I have put some form of a dedication to my dog Oscar. But this first minisode has the actual full in memory of video at the start. It was really important to me because like with any kind of loss in the family, it has a big impact on you. And for me, rather than it like obviously it was sad and it was a really difficult time, but for me, whenever I have to deal with anything that I find difficult, I've always found kind of solace in making this Doctor Who fan series. It's literally why it's hung on for so long, because for me it's like a form of escapism, and I don't talk about it very often, and it's actually a little bit difficult for me to talk about it on this, but I do think it's important that I get that across. So it also just means a lot to me when people do watch it and they like it and they tell us how much they like it and they comment, and it's all really lovely, and it just really means a lot to me. And yeah, and that is why the first minisode is dedicated to my dog, and everything that we've released this year has had a dedication to my dog, because he was with me for 16 years of my life. He's basically been with me for pretty much the entire duration of the fan series as it is currently. So yeah. You'll be exterminated, Doctor.
Yeah, I don't think so though. Sorry. Gotta dash!
So, confidential. Kenny, you're facing a Dalek. What's that like?
Well, I wish I was actually a Dalek to work with, but okay.
Yes, I am. I am the Dalek. I am the Dalek. Yeah, well, you know, would love a life-size Dalek, would love a life-size exterior TARDIS, but you know, money. But yeah, it's looking good. It's shaping up nicely. Can't wait to see what this looks like when we put the Dalek in. How you feeling?
It's going alright.
Almost down with one.
Yep.
2 more to go.
Confidential.
Minisode 2, Time Trap. Got a new shirt.
Yep.
I'm liking that the aesthetic of having a different shirt for each minisode.
Well, it makes as variety.
Yeah.
Easy for you to find the footage.
That is true. That is true. We have largely shot these in order.
Yes.
So it should be fine. But yeah. Let's do it. We're on set. We're on the TARDIS. This one's mostly in the TARDIS, so we should be able to bash it out pretty quick.
Okay, yep, let's go.
Let's go for it. Right, Kenny. So, on location, tell us what's happening.
I'm in contact with a weeping angel, at least I'm facing one.
Yes, in a very, very trippy, seems like I took a lot of drugs when I wrote it type of mini episode.
Okay.
In that, it's called Time Trap, and a weeping angel basically just takes control of the Doctor's TARDIS to send a warning. So it's actually coming for what appears to be a good
course, yeah.
But it's a very trippy episode in that there's just a lot of like, what's going on? Why is he like disappearing, reappearing in places? Also, we say goodbye to Handles.
Ah, yes.
A short-lived life, Handles 2.0.
Short life, yeah.
It's fun. It was fun adding.
We literally hardly knew you.
Yeah, it was. But it was fun adding Handles in for a bit. Gave you someone to talk to.
Yep.
And the real reason, really, for Handles was the Doctor doesn't like travelling alone. So, I mean, I probably know a little bit, in a weird way, I probably know a little bit more about Kenny's Doctor than Kenny does. And the kind of idea, really, was that this Doctor, we said this in the first one, we don't know how long this Doctor's been the Doctor for.
Yeah.
So in these minisodes, we don't know how long he's been alone for.
Yeah.
And that's why he's got Handles, because
Sure.
he knows he can't be alone for too long, otherwise he'll go mad and insane and evil. So he's just a little friend.
Yeah.
Who is very useless at the job that he created him for, but there you go. R.I.P. Handles. Gonna miss you. The second one, Time Trap. Almost forgot what it was called then. The second episode, Time Trap. This is my experimental one. I'm getting a lot more experimental with the series and just with all of it in general. And I really wanted to do something quite weird with it. And I also wanted the Doctor to experience this Doctor anyway, to experience some kind of loss. There's obviously loss that he has experienced because he's rebuilt Handles, which was, for Doctor Who fans that know, Handles was a Cyberman head that Matt Smith had in these last stories, the Doctor. And I really like that idea of having this kind of machine that the Doctor speaks to that he can rely on, but it's clearly because he's lonely and he needs something to talk to. And that's kind of where that came from. And the Weeping Angel thing and the whole kind of strange, what's going on, what's the other, what's this and that. It's the experimental one. And that's kind of where I was going with that one. Right, so on episode 2, Kenny, what do you enjoy about playing the Mystery Doctor?
Well, it's just fun to play the Doctor. Plus, the outfits are pretty cool, so...
And what's your favourite thing about this particular minisode, or any of the minisodes, in fact?
It actually gives me a chance to actually... Well, it gives me a chance to play the Doctor, and because of what we're planning, it gives me the opportunity to practice my skills, yeah.
What can we expect of the Mystery Doctor in the future?
We had already announced that we're doing an audio series with the Mystery Doctor. So, and from what I've been told of the writing so far, because neither me or Chris are writing this, but basically, from what we've been told, it looks promising. That it's a mysterious incarnation with its own baggage that can be explored, and it just sounds cool.
So then the last one, Christmas Time. This one really came out of my desire just to use the Darkness's Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells Ring. I was like, I came up with the idea of that beginning, and then was like, I've got to kind of, if I'm going to have this beginning, I've kind of got to do something that makes it a complete minisode. And then I kind of went into well, let's marry the two kind of concepts. We had the kind of fun adventure one, we had the weird experimental one. Christmas Time is kind of like the combination of the two, and really starting to lend itself into the wider story of the entire DC63 Productions Doctor Who universe. Hence why my Doctor has a little brief appearance, but it's not really my Doctor. It's the embodiment of time using my Doctor as a face. And and it was fun to make. It was fun to go up to central London and shoot that.
Okay. We is rolling.
So, this is weird.
You're back.
Yeah, strange. It's not what it looks like.
What is it? What does it look like then?
So this might look like I'm in one of these, and I suppose, yes, I am in it, but it's not me. That was super cryptic, even though you've already seen it. Basically, I'm the embodiment of time, which is probably the weirdest thing I've ever said. So the idea here was the Doctor is talking to time itself. He spent the past 2 episodes being warned about the end of the universe, the fall of time and everything. And then in this one, he actually comes face to face with time, and time itself is warning him. And what time does is it doesn't have one singular form. So it talks to the Doctor in a couple of different forms. Well, a few different forms, like kind of like just a voice. It mimics the Mystery Doctor, and then it settles on mimicking my Doctor, which is the Mystery Doctor's future. The embodiment of time gives the Mystery Doctor a bit of a glimpse into his own future, knowledge that he shouldn't have, and knowledge that he is going to retain to some degree. Obviously, he didn't seem to recognise my Doctor in the Heart of Time, so it's kind of like he remembers little fragments of things that he shouldn't, which will play a big part into some very big future plans that we've got coming up. So yeah, but I'm putting this back on, which is bloody weird. Not gonna lie, so strange, so surreal. It feels big on me. The sleeves especially feel very big on me. God dear, they're huge. But they don't have another button, so I suppose that is it.
Right,
Yeah.
so are you ready to film?
Yeah. So, just a little wee sneak peek. So we've been doing some work for the TARDIS, obviously for Series 6, but we're going to actually use some of the elements we put in for these minisodes, like the roundel lights, which we don't have all of them done yet. All of the yellow painted circles, which were intended to be roundels, but we sort of look at it now and think they just look a bit like polka dots. Those are all going to have these roundel lights on, which was very simple. We got some of these push lights, cut out a hole in these paper plates, and these paper plates just fit over the top. And I think they give a pretty good effect. We've also still got the blue LEDs at the top. We've got the time rotor, we've got this light, we've got some motion sensor lights at the top here. And part of the reason why we've got some of these white lights is we realised when making the Heart of Time, and I'll insert some footage of that in here, we realised when making the Heart of Time, it was very blue, because we had no sort of natural light source to hit the actors' faces. So that's something we wanted to fix for Series 6, so that you'll be able to light it a particular colour you want, but you'll have some natural light sources that hits the actors' faces, come from different places. I am going to show off something else as well that I really like, which is going to be a Series 6 feature. The clock. It does nothing, but looks so insanely cool. It reminds me a lot of the TV movie with that kind of gothic style of TARDIS. But Kenny, you're now the Doctor inside the TARDIS.
Yes.
How's it feel?
Well, I know this eyes pretty damn well, so...
Yeah, seeing as you built a lot of it.
Uh-huh.
But how's it feel being the Doctor in the TARDIS?
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It's a cool moment, that first sort of moment where you step on board. But yeah, so we're just going to shoot some TARDIS bits for these minisodes. We're going to shoot around the mess. Obviously, like I said, it's still a work in progress. By the time you get to see it in Series 6, this is going to be like the most incredible thing that we've done. We've got a lot of massive plans for it. You know, we've already started to get some new switches, which is really cool. There's a very cool switch over there, which I might as well show you. That when Kenny switches it, it lights up. That's all it does. but I thought it's quite a cool feature to have a switch that literally lights up when you turn it on. But we've got some of these, you know, buttons and push buttons, and you can see we've marked out things to add things that we haven't got yet.
Yep.
Like the time controller. I'm looking forward to having that. It's going to be some sort of rotating ball type thing. But yeah, it's getting there. We're going to have this as the main scanner in the future, but we are going to dress it up a bit. I've got some ideas, including adding the Magpie Electricals logo, which you see in like a lot of the animated classic missing episodes now. That pops up a lot. I like that. It's like a little Easter egg. It's a cool little nod to have in there. But yeah, also I will say the TARDIS for Charlie's era is not going to be blue. The lights are not going to be blue. We are actually going to replace these LED strips because, as you can tell, some of the lights have just gone. I don't really know why, but we've discovered that we lost the remote to the LEDs, so we're going to get some lights that we could put in where we won't lose the control. But yeah, just a little TARDIS update for you on this confidential, bit of an exclusive, as you will see parts of it in these mini episodes. So let's do it. We had basically only for the whole 3 mini-sodes, it took us 2 days to shoot them. The first day was the 5th of May, which most of this confidential was recorded on, and then the second day was a date in November where we just went up to central London to do the Christmas lights bit. So it is quite mad that we were able to shoot 3 minisodes in the space of 2 days. But it was a lot of fun. I know Kenny enjoyed getting to play the Doctor, and it's been a lot of fun actually for me doing the confidential side of things. So that's the 3 minisodes, and we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you enjoy this kind of little look at the behind the scenes from my point of view. And yeah, there's loads more in store. 2025 is going to be an absolutely monumental year for us. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this, and enjoy the rest of the confidential. And we've wrapped minisode 1. We're going to shoot minisodes 2. I'm going to shoot parts of minisode 3. And then that'll be what we call a successful shooting day. I'm enjoying directing. Feels good. It feels good to be back doing something Doctor Who related, and it just so happens to be the 5th of May. So we're about 1 week, well, just under a week out until brand new Doctor Who on BBC. So it's all very, very exciting for us at the moment. But yeah, that's a wrap, confidential. Just before this confidential wraps up, here is a sneak peek at the next confidential, which is for Series 6 Episode 1, which is coming very soon. It is actually coming on the 31st of December 2024. The final thing we release this year will be our behind the scenes look at the first episode of the brand new series. We hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes look at the Mystery Doctor Minisodes. It was a lot of fun to make, and stay tuned because there is so much more content on the way. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so this is our Doctor.
Hello.
This is Edward. How are you feeling about today?
Say again?
How are you feeling about today?
It's trepidation. First day filming, and there's always that anticipation, that nervousness on the first day, but I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Essentially, we're doing a lot of things in this story that I've wanted to do for a while and haven't had the chance to do because I've always been in front of the camera. Now I'm behind the camera, I get the chance to think about how this is all going to look more.